percent of the province's municipal election votes. However, the battle is still on as to who will take Nelson Mandela Bay, with the DA only 2% behind the ruling party. The next few days will determine who's firmly in charge in some municipalities in the province after coalition talks. Bulelani Phillips is on standby with Yazini Tetyana, the EFF Eastern Cape Leader. What's Mr. Tetyana saying, Bulelani?
Well, good morning to you, Desiree, and to the viewers at home. Of course, as you've outlined in your intro, the Nelson Mandela Bay is one of the hotly contested municipalities here, purely again because it's one of the key economic drivers in the province. As you've said again, is that the ANC is now sitting at around 40.81%, the DA is sitting at 38.93%, and the EFF 7.29%. Of course, about 38% of the votes have been captured already. Possibly the EFF might play a kingmaker position in that municipality. Joining me now is Yazini Tetyana, the provincial leader of the EFF in this province. Mr. Tetyana, thank you so much for your time. Firstly, the EFF's performance in this province, are you happy with it?
No, thank you very much. I think where we should start is that we want to appreciate the ground forces of the EFF for the effort they've put under difficult circumstances. I think all of us will recall that at the beginning of the elections, we said that the IEC and everyone else is not ready to hold elections, but irrespective of what has happened, we are so far happy with the performance of the organization. We find ourselves now in municipalities where we are not present. If you go to Sarabatman district, we're not there. Bears not there, we're not there. We're not there in Blue Crane. So we are there now. We were represented by one councillor in Lambe. We are there now. Our numbers are increasing. The vote is not finished. The counting is not finished. We are so far we're impressed with what is happening.
All right, let's now focus on Nelson Mandela Bay, which is what everyone is interested in, given the municipality looks set to be hung. As the EFF, what position are you going to take?
Well, the reality tells Mandela is that there's no outright winner. There won't be an outright winner. So the EFF will take its position once the elections are concluded. The counting is concluded. So far we are observing. We're not negotiating with anyone. I'm sure we, as you put it, you are saying we could be kingmakers. I'm sure if you want to be a kingmaker, you sit down and wait and see who's going to come to you. We'll decide as and when that happens. For now, we are watching and observing the results as they are coming. We'll see what happens after that.
If perhaps maybe we could preempt the result, as things stand now, if they remain the same and the ANC and the DA are probably about 2% apart, who are you likely to back, the ANC or the DA?
Well, our interest as the EFF is not necessarily who to back and all of that. The interest is to have services, better services in Nelson Mandela region and anywhere else. So our interest firstly will be to look at who can deliver services better and who can work with us in terms of the program that we have as an organization. Remember, even in the last term, we're not in coalition with anyone. We tried to submit what must be done in the municipality, and some decided not to do it. So we will wait, as we indicated, we'll wait for the results to come. We sit down with whoever will come to us, probably make our own demands as to how things should be in that area of the province.
Given, as you've said, that in the past administration you've actually taken a backseat, are you confirming that in this coming administration you will take a proactive approach to forming a coalition or working with other political parties? And if you have demands, what would be those demands?
No, firstly, like I said, it's service delivery. It's not about who must we collude with. The first thing is service delivery. Our interest is to see Abantu Basa Nelson Mandela in a better place. That's what we have to observe first. That's our thinking. That's what the EFF has in mind, that the people must have better services. There must be less corruption in the province or anywhere else. So, like I said, there's no decision yet. The organization will take its decision at an appropriate time. For now, let's go, let's finish, let's get to 100%, and then we take our own time and see what happens.
Okay, I'm going to ask this last question and probably press you on it. Would the negotiations of Nelson Mandela Bay be encompassing the national scheme of things, cities like Johannesburg, Tshwane, as we've seen in the past? Would those be included in the negotiations?
Unfortunately, I speak for the Eastern Cape. I can't speak for the national leadership. I'm sure they'll be able to respond. Commissioner Marshal Dlamini, the SG, if you speak to him, he'll be able to give you a response in relation to those issues. I only speak for this province of mine, Eastern Cape.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Yazini Tetyana, the provincial leader of the EFF here in the Eastern Cape. On that note, Desiree, we'll cross back to you guys in studio.
And with that, we quickly take you to outside the Bloemfontein.